Over time, Diddy has acquired a few foes with Wendy Williams, now counted among them. Recently, their perspectives haven't been in harmony, hinting at some brewing discord between them, so well that it got back to the east that she was there in the office, and that she was meeting Justin Khan, possibly holding him in his arms, and that there was a photographer taking a picture. And that wasn't the picture that we needed to see on our end, or that we wanted the world to see. So I remember that day it hit us. Like, I remember getting off the phone, it was almost damn near half a day, maybe 2, 3 o'clock. And maybe in the afternoon, Wendy Day was promo announcing something big was going to happen. Not Wendy Dave, Wendy Williams was announcing her super highly rated, that might have been even syndicated. Then that she had big news coming that involved Justin Khan perked my ear up. I said, yo, what's going on? We started calling everybody. He was calling me. He got a heads up. He started calling the bosses at Hot 97. The street team was listening. They heard, the executives heard. We instantly all left the office, 19th Street. Some in cars, some running all the way down to Hudson Street, where Hot 97 was to get down there, handle the situation, and make sure that that picture was not exposed to the masses, and was not delivered through Wendy Williams and all of that freak of frackers. If you look back, history will tell you that she was let go from Hot 97 over that, and had to go to another city to operate out of. And then she was able to come back and be the Windy Wheels that she is now today, with all the success that she's had. Crazy man. So that's the reason why she got fired from High 97. Because of that picture of Shin Misa, they fired her. I think that situation led to her being fired. There's another wave of drama unfolding. Wendy Williams has just posted a photo of P. Diddy pulling down another man's pants. It's stirring up quite a commotion with discussions popping up everywhere. What did I mean about the power Puff had with the radio stations in New York? __. Didn't breathe hard if Puff didn't want him to two-pack. Had anything salacious to say about Puff in that interview. And Angie Martinez told Puff, or let Pooh Puff it. And he told them you can't play it. They wasn't going to play it. Puff got one of the hottest DJs off of Hot 97 because she wanted to put up a picture of him getting his pants pulled down. You understand what I'm saying? Puff had power. Speaking of that, right? I'm happy you brought that up, Kirk Bars. I did interview with him some months ago, and he told a story about Wendy Williams. She got fired from Hot 97 because she had a picture of Puffy. And she was saying on air that she was going to reveal the picture, if you don't mind, because he told me the story, but he didn't go into detail. He never told me about what was in the picture. So if you don't mind, give me the story from your point of view in Cancun. And we were on our way to the Island of Women, you understand. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull him down, some girls was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy was. With it, will say she had him in a compromising position, and like it was gay porn or something like that, and she was going to put it out. They stopped her from putting it out, and they got her fired from High 97. Because of, well, I think that we were in California at the time, and Puff was shooting a layoff of either Rolling Stones or Billboard, right? He was shooting a layout for either Rolling Stone or Billboard when he had the white suit on. What happened is that Wendy had somehow shown people that email. You hear me? Puff told Hot 97 if they didn't get rid of her before he got back in New York, that they was not going to get any music from any of his friends, any of the record label's executives that was cool with him. Everybody was going to boycott they station. We was out and laugh for about 3 days before we landed back in New York. We was fired. Wendy Williams once held significant sway on Hot 97. But the tide shifted when Diddy asserted his influence. He orchestrated her removal from the station and went as far as banning her return. It's a power play, a clear demonstration of who holds the reins in the entertainment realm. Are saying that Puffy fired at least one gunshot into the ceiling of the nightclub boy, which is like ridiculous. This whole thing happened back, of course, in December of '99. The comment came during the opening statements, and 3 people were injured during a shooting, of course, Shine. And Anthony Wolf Jones, the bodyguard, will also be standing trial. They're also saying that when the gunshots rang out now, whoever threw the pulled the trigger, whatever Puffy ran out of the club so fast and got into the waiting SUV that it wasn't until he got into the truck that he realized that he left Jennifer behind, along with his bodyguard Anthony Wolf. He just ran. Well, eventually, Jennifer and Wolf made their way to the SUV. Without Puffy, they ran 11 lights to elude the cops. Supposedly it was Puffy, although people are saying they saw a female hand tossing a gun out the window. And then when the cops stopped them, they found a second gun, of course, in the car. All 4 of the occupants, the driver, the bodyguard Puffy, and Jennifer, were handcuffed and taken down to the precinct. And eventually Puffy and his bodyguard Wolf were overheard talking about their plot to bribe the driver to take the rap for the gun, and Puffy was overheard saying, and I quote, "'Cause the prosecutor said this, I can't go to jail, I'm Puff Daddy, yes. It's very effeminized. But be very clear, there were lots of homosexuals in hip-hop back in the 80s too, And that was, what's worse, hip-hop wearing skirts, or hip-hop being closeted, and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood that and in denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality. So I hear what Jomar is saying. We come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop, as well radio personality. Once upon a time, her name was Wendy Williams. And as she was practically burned at the stake, talking about such a now. It's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day and in my career. And it's all coming full circle now. So people like Frank Ocean coming out of the closet, even though he's not exactly a rapper, but he definitely overlaps into the rave community. Do you think that we're going to have a time where it's cool to be a gay rapper? I still see a Frank Ocean as being one amongst many but one. And that's good, but and then there was other notion of this radio DJ in New York, who is in denial. So that just goes to show you how far the homosexual movement within hip-hop and sports still needs to go. It is politically correct to be accepting, but behind closed doors, people are still hating. And Jason, the basketball player, is one, but it will be a long time, I think, before another actively playing in the locker room ball player comes out, and it's unfortunate. That's where I am, on it. Frank Ocean, good for him. Wendy Williams didn't merely discuss Diddy's situation on her show. She opened the lines for people to call in and share their thoughts about him. And surprisingly, Diddy himself once dialed in out of the blue. It caught everyone off guard. Now curiosity is piqued. What lies at the root of this rift between them? The answer could be buried within these intricate narratives. Wants to have more children. And this time with his girlfriend Cassie. Well, what already has 6 children with 3 women, including Hood, applause triplets. We know what a Hood triplet it is, right? That's when you have these 2 girls or twins. Andy and this one here was born at the same time in another state with another woman, Puffy. And I have been through things in the past. But now we're in a good place, so I'm not going to mess this up. Yes, right, anyway. But yeah, he loves her and admitted it. And went into it like the greatness that is Cassie to be a stand-up father, you know what I mean. And maybe he's not the Moran kind, but he definitely is a stand-up father and seemingly boyfriend, and a stand-up businessman. My mom mindset's a little bit different than the average older person. I don't think she needs a ring. I think that it's great that he wants to have kids with her. Please sit down. I've got something very important to tell you. After 11 years of romance, Puffy and Cassie are officially broken up. I mean, it's everywhere, including People magazine. So what true well, according to Love B. Scott, Puffy is now dating Laughter. Puffy wants Cassie back. Oh, it's been all over social media. He's using it to try to help him to get support. Cassie posted a photo of herself the other day. Here's the photo. And he commented, "Love you forever. Once upon a time, there was a music mogul who sent us all girl group to beat my ass in front of the radio station. Fact. And I get downstairs and find this girl group jump out of a gypsy cab to come after me to kick my ass. I could be anywhere I want, but I choose to be home or where I want to be. People like you. I don't really understand. His actual birthday was November 4th. Why do you have to drag it out like we already know you're the king of everything, and your sparkly jacket and stuff? Maybe Wendy wasn't merely spreading rumors all this time. It seemed she was actually speaking the truth, supported by the abundance of evidence out there. I can picture Wendy Williams feeling rather vindicated, as if she's been proven correct all along. We have this clip of something